All right, on today's episode of What Not to Buy, we've got this beautiful 2007 Crew Cab Silverado. It was four-wheel drive with a completely built 4L60 with every mod known to mankind done to it. I think it had more than the level 4000 build on it, but lasted the normal time for a built 4L60 of that caliber, about a week. So my buddy ended up with this truck, unfortunately, and now it's come to me to fix all the shenanigans that was going on with it. So he got lied to about pretty much everything with this truck. And they told him it was an aluminum 5.3, had a precision turbo, built 4L60, the Precision Vigilante converter, yada yada yada. It did have a different set of wheels on it. He put these on, although not really my style, but not my truck either, right? So turns out it's a iron block 4.8, has a eBay turbo at best was on it, and he's already replaced it with the typical VS 7875 with a 96 AR. I believe they told him it made over 600 horsepower. I drove it, and I think any car in my yard would have outrun it, so probably not 600 horsepower. The oil drain down here, I've already started fixing and redoing a lot of this stuff. So they had, if you look behind the crank, you can see that cap. They had a tight 90 fitting on there, which was almost touching the back of the balancer. Turned up, went over, and had a clamp on the radiator hose, and you can see it's leaking oil from just about everywhere. And so I did what I normally pulled the pan off, put it in the pan right here, which I don't know why you wouldn't do that. It was here. I capped it, had to pull the balancer off, all that good stuff. The VS turbo, they had the extended oil drain on it, so it's got a 45 with a barb, and then this is 5/8 tube that's actually made for oil. So what I run on all my turbo stuff and haven't had an issue. The pickup screen, had a lot of trash and junk in it, I guess, just from whoever else had been working on it. So, I tried to clean that up and do the best I could. Like I say, it was four-wheel drive 60, so we decided to go two-wheel drive. So we pulled out the front diff and the axles and all that crap. He doesn't need four-wheel drive, and so I really don't know why we made that decision. I know the transfer case, the splines are different, so that wouldn't have worked, and he's gonna need a drive shaft either way. So I built this 80. It's got the HD2 kit in it. He found it off Marketplace. It actually didn't look that bad inside. He's got a Circle D, I think it's 3200 stall converter in it. Did the dual feed mod to it, the normal stuff. He bought this tubular cross member, which pretty nice. It fit and worked. So for the money, I think it was 50 or 60 bucks. And I mean, the time it would take me to make one and all that stuff, it was just a lot easier just to buy that. The exhaust and all was what was on it. I don't know, 3.5, I guess. Is that 3.5? Whatever it is. I don't know, it might be 3-inch. But they got this thing, and then it comes to, there's a box under here with vacuum to it. So, not really sure how all that works, but anyway. It had one-piece shaft in it. We're going two-piece, so I'm just now, found this drive shaft. My buddy sourced it for us, and the flange on the rear end was actually like a 1350 yoke, whereas the clip is on the outside of the U-joint, and this style, the clip's on the inside, or if it hadn't been touched, it's got the plastic welded in there, whatever it is. So luckily I had a flange, was able to put that on there so it would work with this drive shaft. I had this yoke was out of the Escalade. It's got the 447 Bastard joint in it. Put that in there, and then of course I've got to fabricate the cross member for the 2-piece drive shaft now, and then this will be obviously further up into the transmission. Got to redo the transmission lines because of going from the 60 to the 80. This is a late model 80 with the 2 fittings far apart from each other, so it made this one a lot longer. And it comes to that thing up in there, that transcooler. I don't know why they did that, but whatever. I'm just trying to fix it. This is it's a muffler off of an Escalade, actually. I'm not sure what they had on the truck, but he said it was really loud, and I gave him that, and he said it was much more tolerable. The truck had step bars, and they pulled them off, and this cab is not bolted onto this truck. We just discovered that last night when we were under it, trying to figure out the drive shaft situation. But this truck was just a total mess. The guy is just a shyster. I mean, I can't stand people like this where tell somebody it's got this and this and this, and basically what I call it is snowballing them, because not everybody's familiar with the terms and stuff, and the more words and parts they see on there, I guess the more they think they're getting. So just told him it had all this stuff, it dynoed this high number and blah blah blah, and then that, I guess the thing is, aesthetically it looks okay. I mean, I know it's obviously it's dirty and whatnot now, and I don't know. It just frustrates me, because when I put together one of these, they aesthetically don't look good, because I don't really care about that. I want a good build with the right parts and make a lot of power. I don't really care, about the big wheels, and it had the ones that stuck way out. It was hideous, but anyway, trying to get it sorted for him. Oh, another thing, when he drove it, when he got on it, it was cutting out, fuel starve. I haven't gotten there yet. Actually, my buddy dynoed it for this well-known guy. I won't say his name, but his shop or whatever it is, and is in Vidalia, Georgia. So if that gives you any clue who it is, don't ever buy anything from them, and you'll be good. But he told him, oh yeah, somebody must have put 87 octane in it. That's why it's not running right or whatever. And I told my buddy, I was like, no, that's not right. 87 wouldn't make it run like this. So I guess I'm gonna pop the bed up and take a look at whatever they did with the fuel system, because they cut the lines. So now they cut the lines, and then they bypass the fuel pump control module. So I just got to get in there and figure out what it is. That's my new Denali 2011 Denali 6.2 all-wheel drive. It's got a LS3 cam in it. Did a DOD VVT delete on it. Tuned it and whatever. It's a really nice truck. Runs good, but it dropped the valve seat, so it's in machine shop prison, so I don't know when I'll ever get it back. I'll probably just end up having to buy another cylinder head and swap out the springs or something. I don't know. I should have never taken it to that guy. There's the converter that was in this truck. I'm pretty sure that is a Precision Vigilante or whatever converter. There's a converter for Big Red. That's a triple disc yank converter. It's supposed to be super nice. Can't wait to get it in. Once I get this out of here, then I gotta start fixing some of my stuff, because I haven't been able to get any of my stuff going. So he's it for the year. The last week. And I'll get my red truck fixed, and I got a couple other my trucks and cars I gotta get in here and get fixed, so I can get them out of the way and start off fresh with a clean slate and try to see how we do this coming year. But that's it for this one. You just got to be careful when you go look at these trucks. I mean, or anything. Is a guy I knew, we'd talked before about having a service where we would go with people to look at stuff, like this, that they don't really know anything about, and kind of look at it and see if it's worth even buying, because apparently it's real easy to get screwed. I mean, he traded a really, really nice Camaro for this truck, and I mean, he really got screwed. And the guy was asking over $20,000 for this truck, and I mean, it's just not worth it. The interior's got 4 captain's chairs in it, and the interior looks hack job at best. But anyway, that's it for now.